Okay, I don't know if this is going to work this time. I tried to already do this once. My regular Facebook name is in Facebook jail. I guess I violated standards because this morning I posted Joe Mendez's article and just made a few comments of how CDFA lies and our corrupt CHP and missing sheriff and whatever. So clearly they went ahead and put it in Facebook jail, which is fine. That's okay. KT is actually my nickname from high school. That's why I have it. And I'm sitting in front of my house right now. So what happened today was I had a lady that asked, I come to her house this morning at 9. They were going to test her birds. And it was in Norco. So I got there. Appointment was at 9:30. I have it all videotaped. I'll have to post it later. But anyway, it was a pleasant testing for the most part. At least the first, I'd say 15, 20 minutes. And then out of nowhere comes 2 highway patrolmen, which is fine. I did get their names and ID numbers on the tape because I was just doing a regular recording, not a live one, because the Facebook feature's down. So they're there, and what I asked them was if they were there on overtime. Yes, they are. And basically they're there to guard the chicken killers. And I said, well, who phoned you? And they said, they did, which I guess that means chicken killers. So when I asked the chicken killer testers, I said, do you mind asking why did you call for highway patrol? Because we haven't had any problems. And then the veterinarian, all I know is a Dr. Deb, which when I post the video, you guys can try to make out who she is. She said, no, everything's been pleasant. So everything was fine. So we were about halfway through with their testing. No problems, no issues. They had their 2 bodyguards there. And then my kids started calling and saying that there's a bunch of police at the house and chicken killers. So I excused myself from that resident and told her I need to go home. I have an emergency at home. So I did. I went home. Meanwhile, my neighbor's calling me also telling me there's a bunch of cops and there's all this stuff happening. I said, okay. The boys are home, and my boys are 13 and 15, so they're okay to be home by themselves for short windows of time, nothing all night, but, a few hours here and there, they're fine, and my neighbor kind of keeps an eye on them if they need anything. So I'm racing. Okay, as I pulled out of the home in Norco, the CHP that was sitting out there guarding them, I asked him, I said, are your people at my house? He said, yes. I said, perfect. Can you please call them and tell them I'm on my way home? He said he would do that. So I'm racing to get home as quick as I could, and I get here, and as I drive up, I started going live when I got out, like right around the time I got on the freeway, because it seemed like a flashback from that Good Friday slaughter. It seemed like it was just like right all happening again. So as I pull up, there's nobody here. So that's kind of strange, but my neighbor comes out and she tells me that, yes, there was a bunch of cops and chicken killers, and she at one point tried to come out to tell them I was on my way home, and I guess they didn't seem to care and they just ignored her. And she was also going to check on the boys to make sure they were okay. The boys got completely freaked out over it all, so they were hiding with the dogs in the house because they were afraid, because the first warrant that they served, it says inspector destroy all animals, which it's in the post somewhere. I'll repost it again, but that's what it says. So what's all animals? I don't know. I guess whatever they want to kill. So my boys are hiding with the dogs in the house. And so after I get here and there's nobody here, I call 911 because I am afraid. Because I do see my lock is busted, my snapped off, and I don't know what has happened. I don't know if anybody verified a warrant. I have no clue what has happened. So I get the rude dispatcher. So that's all recorded too. Then she says, whatever, she'll send somebody back out and ended up hanging up on me because obviously my emergency isn't an emergency. So maybe 40 minutes to an hour, I'd have to go back at the timeline and look. I get 2 chippies out here and then 2 kill people, one of them being Evil Chad, which is kind of the last person on this earth I ever wish to see in my life, ever. And I downloaded the videos in 4 parts because I was just doing a regular video on my phone because I couldn't do the live feature because the throwdown phone was in the house and this regular phone is Facebook jail. So I videotaped it all, and I basically, what I got out of that was absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Here's the deal. Basically, they're going to cut your locks. They're going to come kill whatever they want. It doesn't matter if you're home. It doesn't really matter if you have support. It doesn't matter what you do. They are going to come kill whatever they want to kill. If you are home and you decide to exercise your Second Amendment rights, I've heard people mention it. Here's what's going to happen. If you do that, you will be shot, okay? They will shoot you. They will kill you. Then they will probably cover it up to somehow make you be the bad guy. So you do not have the right to defend your home, your property, your person, your children, nothing. You have no rights, period. So that's just the honest truth of it. And if anybody wants to think differently, go for it. You don't. And people, I know there's a lot of out-of-state people that say, well, I could do this or that. I don't know what goes on what happens in your state. Our state is an absolute disaster. Horrible, horrid. We have no rights. We have no anything. I've literally tried to get everybody under the sun from every official possible. The CHP commissioner doesn't respond. Sheriff Chad Bianco, coward, still missing. Still, I don't know where whatever rock he's hiding under. I guess just leave him there because he's pretty worthless anyway. And my kids were traumatized again. I feel like I'm traumatized all over again. And for what? Over my healthy birds that are already slaughtered. Doesn't even make any kind of sense. It really doesn't. My dogs are still alive and my horses are still alive. I changed all the water. I don't know if they poisoned them. I don't know if they may have fed them something. I looked around the backyard to see if they dropped anything or whatever. I don't see anything, but if I turn up with a dead animal tomorrow, it wouldn't be shocking. I offered to that evil Chad, if he wants to just come kill the horses and dogs, let's just do it. Because I hate living like this. I hate living in fear. I don't feel safe. The cops are dirty. Bianco's missing. Worthless Chad Bianco. Big worthless idiot that guy is. The commissioner Stanley, I don't know. I email him like almost every day, but they don't contact me back. Damage to my property. Today's new damage, just like the other damage with my trailer. They said call the state. Yeah, I'm pretty much sure the state's they've got my back. They're there to help. In whose world, I'm not sure, because they certainly haven't helped me one bit. So, anyway, and then today they went ahead a little bit further, and it was, I guess it was CHP. So now what we've got CHP doing is emailing my husband's commander at his work. Why? I'm not really sure, because again, if I was doing something illegal, the agency that holds jurisdiction should handle it. But no, they would rather contact my husband's work, who has nothing to do with chickens, nothing to do with any of this. No, my husband isn't involved in any of this stuff at all. I mean, he thinks it's outrageous and he's not happy about any of it, but he's not involved in anything. The agency's like 3.5 hours from my house, so they have nothing to do with anything chicken, nothing to do with dump Riverside, the dump of Paris where I live, the horrid county and city I live. Nothing. 3 hours away. But yes, the CHP, I'll have to get some clarification on which one that was. Probably King, if I had to take a guess on it. Or maybe, I don't know, they lie. We already got Helm in a lie, Sergeant Helm. Chinchilla says that Helm didn't do anything when he assaulted Wendy. So he lies, because we have it on videotape that he did. So I guess I'm not really sure what happens now. I guess what I will tell people, and I know everybody's going to lose their mind, oh, don't move your birds, move your birds. Here's the deal. They're going to kill whatever they want to kill. So if you want to save your birds, just get them the hell out. Get them out. And I don't know what that means. If you have to take them out of state, drop them off at a lake, drop them off in the forest so that maybe they have a chance to survive. I don't know. I don't know. But what I do know is if they want to kill your birds, they're going to kill your birds. Those of you who say you're going to stand ground and you're going to defend and you're going to try to protect yourself or your property and you're going to try to utilize your Second Amendment right, I'm telling you right now, you will not win that battle. They will shoot you. They will most likely kill you. Anybody in your family who tries to jump in to save you, they will probably be dead too. And the state and USDA and the Highway Patrol and Riverside Sheriff and whoever else, they'll get away with it because they've got a lot more money and manpower than you do. The bottom line is they're hitting areas that are not rich, not important. I mean, I'm not a rich person and I'm not an important person. I'm pretty much a nothing in the big picture. And that's what they like to target. We've seen them go after the disabled people. We've seen them go after the people that are in between citizenship. We've seen them go after people that no matter what their citizenship is, that they don't speak good English. Old people, basically whoever. They don't seem to want to bother much with the rich people. I don't think they've bothered anybody famous. Everybody keeps asking, well, who's deleting posts and who's doing that? I don't know. I have a ton of messages. I don't know. I'm deleted all over the place and violating standards. So I don't know what to tell you guys. It's just the way it goes. I don't own Facebook. The next thing people keep asking is doing a website. Well, here's the thing. Yes, you can do a website. And from what I looked at with the website, yes, you could put stuff up there and do a website, but it's not interactive. I guess there's something called a message board, some kind of special software. I don't even know what it is. I'm not techie. But to have anything interactive, it can't just be a website. So that's the deal on that. But sure, I guess the website's fine. It just, all it's going to do is be able to give out the information. It's not going to be able to give a heads up of where killers are or anybody can support each other. So that's pretty much where we're at with everything. If you go into the page and go under the first name of K-A-Y and last name T-E-E, which is KT, my high school nickname, you can see the posts. They're in 4 parts, and I'll post them again tomorrow. If I get my regular Facebook account back up, I'll repost them again and hear it for yourself. There is no protection. There is no help. They're going to do whatever they want. And again, if you try to utilize any rights to protect your home, your property, your children, or anything, we all see where that will go. And people keep telling me, get an attorney, get an attorney. Well, here's the deal. To retain an attorney for my problems, I've been quoted somewhere in between the vicinity of like $20,000 to $50,000, which I don't have. It's nothing to be ashamed of. I just don't have that kind of money. And the state and the feds have way more money than I do. So what will happen is even if I tried to get a private counsel, they're going to bury that person in paperwork. Bury them, and they're going to drag it on and on until basically who runs out of money first. And the bottom line is it'll be me. I don't have that kind of money to throw down for that. The attorney that's for Save Our Birds, Chad Morgan, he is not my attorney. He is the attorney for everybody as a group, and he is trying to get justice on the inhumane, unnecessary slaughtering of healthy pets. That's his goal. It's not to protect me or to defend me. My animals are all dead. Everything here is dead. They might come back for the horses and dogs. I don't really have good clarification on it. It seemed like Evil Chad was kind of dodging the question. So that very well may happen. I don't know. I'm actually debating if I should just kind of, I don't know, try to rehome them all and then there's nothing here. What can you kill now? If there's nothing here to kill, then there's nothing. Me and the kids, I guess. And that very well might be on the plan. But I figured out they couldn't shut me up. They can't, I mean, they could try to do a restraining order. I actually go for it. I encourage it. Do it. Because then I don't have to worry about trying to get people's IDs because they'll have to give me all the IDs and all the license plates and give me everything of who I'm restrained against, which of course I'll share that information. Of course, I will share every bit of that. So, and that's all illegal to do. They would probably try to make a judge make me seal it and then fine me, which I don't care. I don't really care if they fine me. They can fine all they want. I could really care less about a fine. So that's the scoop on the restraining orders, and that's probably why they haven't done it, because they know they have to give that information out, and they know that I will definitely share that with everybody. And a court order against me, don't care. I will get fined. It's not criminal, so go for it. And if something they want to pull out criminal, that's fine too. I still need like 3 teeth done, so I don't really care about that either. My parents will watch the kids if I'm gone. So don't care about that. they figured out they've tried to use the bulk warrant, but I think that CHP Lieutenant King, King, Lieutenant, well, he was trying to use that as a criminal type warrant, which is what they did to the elderly woman in Romoland. But see, when they tried to do it as a criminal warrant, they couldn't. They did it kind of, excuse my language, I know people say don't cuss, but they half-assed it. If it's criminal, then you should lock everything down. Everybody's detained, usually handcuffed. Everybody's identified. You're told what crime you're suspected of doing, if there is such crime. But the bottom line is there's no crime, no incident log, no nothing. So they tried to Mickey Mouse that warrant into criminal. But it's not criminal. It's some kind of an administrative warrant. And I still don't even understand those because there's no property description, no homeowner name, and it's open-ended till December 31st, 2019. So it's good the rest of the year. So I've questioned that. Now, as far as today, what could have been done? Well, a couple things. When CHP learned I was on my way over here, and you'll see it in my video, I asked them, why didn't you bother to just tell them to wait? Well, they didn't see a need. Really? You don't see a need? You don't see a need to have a little bit of compassion for somebody and not damage their property and terrorize their children? You don't see the need. Oh, okay, that sounds lovely. But, okay, knock and notice is something else they're supposed to do when they have a warrant, which is basically to identify who they are and that they're serving the warrant. Don't hear that happening, so guess we'll just skip that one too. But we don't have due process anyway, so that's why. But again, if I would have been here, I certainly would have had grounds to try to traverse that warrant and ex parte it, which would have been a good thing, because then we could get it in front of a judge to find out how in the heck it's legal, because honestly, I don't know. I have no idea how it's legal. I've never heard of any such a crazy thing in my life. But they are using it. They are getting in. They are cutting lock. And they will just kill whatever, take whatever, seize whatever, do whatever they choose to do. Now, what they did to people thus far, here's where we're at. If you choose to have a supporter over, they tried to use that as leverage, meaning they won't pay you under Fifth Amendment. Your government seized property where you're to be indemnified. So they use the money for your property as the leverage not to have a guest. Questionable, yeah. Kind of pushing your rights, yeah, just a little bit. Okay, so then there was people commenting that they didn't care. They wouldn't want the payment. They'd rather have supporters there. So then yesterday's guy that had a test, and this is secondhand information, but apparently they told that guy that if he calls his SOB friends, he's going to get fined $1,000 per bird. So they'll hit him in his personal pocketbook. And that can be pretty hard for some people to do because that could get expensive, and not many people have that kind of money just to throw out there. So that was threat number 2. Again, I think that's very much teetering on that Fifth Amendment, because I'm not sure how they get away with it. But again, it's the government. So they'll get away with whatever they want to get away with, and you just can basically shut up and obey. And if you don't, then they're gonna come back at you. So they figured out that I understand the law part of it. I haven't done anything illegal, and they know that. They're 148. I've already explained it. It's kind of a gray BS charge. They'll probably try to pull it at some point just because they will. Where it'll go, I don't know. I would recommend everybody plead the Fifth to everything. Do not talk to these people. Good Lord, don't talk to them. They are not your friend. They are not out to help you, and they frankly don't care about you. Now, why is all this happening, we say, over chickens? Quite honestly, I have no idea. I think it's absolutely the most asinine thing I've ever heard of in my life. All this over chickens, mine that tested healthy, and I haven't seen any sick birds. And hell, even if your birds did get sick with something, if they did get that disease, it's just nature. They'll die. Nature will work itself out. That's kind of how it goes. But I think it's got a little bit to do with the money. There's some other speculations, and they're probably true too. So that is what has happened for today. I'm home. I have the 2 boys ended up, they were supposed to be at the wrestling, so I'm here, and I'll be going back to pick them up shortly. As far as what happens to me next, well, I really don't know. I guess they're going to be back according to Evil Chad, which, like I said, check out those videos. It's part 1, 2, 3, and 4 separate parts. I'll repost them tomorrow if I get my regular Facebook back. but apparently they're going to be back within 20 to 30 days again. So what do I do? Well, I guess I could lay at my fence, just pack a little night bag up and just sit in front of my fence, and they're still going to come in and cut my gates, and they're going to come in and do whatever they want to do. If you, like I said, if you utilize your Second Amendment or even mention it, the crooked corruption, they will shoot you. Will they kill you? I don't know. It depends if they're a good shot. I've seen a lot of incompetence here, so I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. If you have a family member try to render aid to you, or neighbor or friend, likely they're going to be laying right next to you. And trust me, they'll write it up. Based on my training and experience, I thought blah blah had a weapon, and that's how they'll get away with it. I don't know. Maybe your family can sue them and get some money out of it, because that's about what will happen. We've all seen that, so that's how that works. So where can you go for safety? Nowhere. Who can you call for safety? Nobody. Who is going to help you and to protect your person, your private property, your kids, yourself? The answer is nobody. The Sheriff Bianco is still missing. He's just worthless. That guy is just a big coward as far as I'm concerned. That's no man. My dog could do a better shot. I mean, at least the dog would acknowledge you if you call it. That man, joke. So that Commissioner Stanley, CHP, I think everybody that's seen this and seen these CHPs on these videos, email his butt. Email all of them. They're going to ignore me because they like to ignore me. But I don't know. I mean, at some point, if we all do it, and there's 5,000 people on this page. Out of the 5,000, probably 1,000 of them are the CDFA, USDA, Southern California Edison, Highway Patrol, and I don't know, whoever else wants to stock it. So, okay, 1,000's gone. 1,000 are probably fake profiles. 1,000 probably just think I'm a nut and they hate me, because I get those messages too. So that leaves us with a grand total of 2,000 people. Now, 1,000 of you are probably from out of state or out of country. But hey, email our people anyway. Just do it. Just blow up the emails as much as you can. They need it. They need to know that people care. And so that leaves about 1,000 of us that might be here local and actually affected. I really hope each 1,000 of you email, and I want to say email my bulk people, and keep emailing and email them again with everything, your problems, your concerns, your worries, your frustrations. Because to be quite honest with you, I'm not sure what any of those people do. What is their job duties? What is the job duty of the county supervisor? What is my sheriff? Well, I know his job duties. He doesn't do them, but hell, email him anyway. Commissioner Stanley, the head of CHP, I don't know what that guy does, but email him too. King, CHP King, email him too. But he'll cover for his people. I wouldn't really mess with Helm and the other ones, because they've already lied on video, so their credibility is pretty much in the toilet. U.S. Department of Justice, I have their emails. They didn't want to be aware of any complaints. That's okay. I keep emailing them too. They can delete it, I guess. I really don't care. I'll email them too. Just keep emailing everybody. Just keep on emailing and email again. Basically, flood the emails until we get them to respond, because they're just going to keep kissing it off. So anyway, there's not really much more I can say. I don't really need to babble, because it's probably very annoying. I'm at my house right now, and I need to start writing, because if you don't write it and document things as they happen, that means it didn't happen. And trust me, every one of these corrupt people, they will all lie. And if you guys haven't seen enough of proof of that with the missing sheriff and all the other shenanigans, and you guys, some people think it's okay, like the stalker people that are like, oh, that's good, whatever, then you're just as nutty, and I guess you deserve it. So ignorance is a bliss. Enjoy. But hear me out, when they come raid your home for whatever they feel like raiding, good luck with that, because you will not win that battle. So that's pretty much what's going on. And yeah, I guess for the record, when people say, oh, are you still going to go out and help anybody? Sure, I'll go. Why not? Come cut my locks, kill my horses, kill my dogs. Go for it. That's okay. They're gonna do what they want anyway. If anybody is, I guess, maybe interested in a horse or dog, I've got some. Maybe that's a better route to go. Just get them out of here to safety. Maybe that's a better way. Again, for people with their chicken situation, like I said, you guys all know what I wish I would have done, and I'm going to stick by that. I could give two craps about a fine. Couldn't care less. I could figure out a fine. I could pay a fine. I cannot figure out how in the world I'm supposed to even move on. I don't know. And knowing that they're going to be back in 20 days or 30 days or whenever their little heart desires and come raid my house again, little unnerving. And no, I can't defend my house and I can't defend my property. If I choose to do that, they will shoot me. For sure. That's a given. Are they a good shot? From what I've seen, no, probably not. But I don't really want to be half alive and half dead and, I don't know, wearing a diaper. It's fine. I don't want to do that. So whatever. Maybe they'll do that too. Just at this point, whatever. Somebody's got to stand up for things. And if you don't, then they're going to keep bulldozing everybody. So that's my little lesson of the day today. And yeah, if somebody wants me to come to their house as their guest to document, sure, I'll come. Let them come raid my house again. What does it matter? They've already done it, and they're going to keep doing it. At least until December 31st, or until one official, just one, opens up their eyes and looks into this. Because I'm not sure how any of it's legal. I don't get it. But hey, I'm not the smartest person in the world. I'm just a lady who retired that had some pets and kids and kind of ended up where I'm at. So anyway, everybody try to be safe. Be smart. All I can say is for your birds, I don't even know if they're after birds anymore. It might be more. But if you want to save your birds, just who cares about the fine? Just get them out. If you don't know where to take them to the lake. Hell, Lake Matthews is nice. Go put them over there. It's all guarded. If you have to dispatch them yourself just so that you don't have to live in terror, then maybe that's an option too. And I know there were some volunteers that would help out with that. That might be a better option for you. Other than that, there really isn't an option. I just wish I would have gotten mine out. That's all. I wish I would have never listened to them. That's why now I'm contemplating with the horses and dogs and the cat and the lizard if I just need to get them out of here. But I don't know if they'll stalk them down then saying, oh, she traipsed the fake Newcastle to wherever and now we got to kill all that. Am I putting more people at risk by moving my animals somewhere else? I don't know. Do I get a vet just to come out to euthanize everybody? And then I have no animals. There's nothing more to come after. I don't know. I guess I just need to think on it. I'm not sure. But either way, it's a crappy choice and there's no good decision here. At least as I see it, there is no good one. But I don't know if I can even check messages of anything because Facebook, I'm in Facebook jail again. So anyway, that's cool. It's all good. Okay, well, take care, people, and I guess we'll try to, keep the faith. I don't know if there is any faith. I'm kind of doubting a lot of things right now. Maybe, but not really in my world anymore. But if anybody wants to know what they can do, email, and email again. I'll have somebody repost those bulk emails, and it's everybody from the state commissioner to county supervisors to mayors to basically the senator, the Congress people, just all those idiots at CDFA, the USDA, just flood them with emails. So when they walk into their office tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, literally that computer will be having you have 2,000 emails in your box. Or make it better, 5,000 emails in your box. Make them work for their money. Make them figure out what's happening here. Because I sure as heck can't. And I don't even know what the job descriptions of any of these people are, although I've always been told they're supposed to be there to help me and help other citizens. But yet I don't feel I'm being helped at all. And I sure as heck don't think you guys are either. So anyway, I'm going to go try to, actually I got chores to do inside the house, dinner to make, although I don't really feel like eating. I kind of feel like I'm going to vomit. That's about it for today. Just try to be safe, people, I guess, and I don't know, try to live life and have some peace. I don't. There's no peace in my life, even a little bit. And I don't know. If I end up in the field somewhere, everybody will know who did it. Just turn the finger around. It's probably the USDA, the CDFA, Highway Patrol, or Riverside County Sheriff. That would be my guess, one of them. So, I don't know. They'll do what they want to do anymore. It's okay. All right. Peace out.